Gloucester, and I'm here just to take over this half-hour session with you. And today we will be talking about whether you're an introvert or an extrovert. I'll start off with, yeah, I can start off with you, Yuvraj, today.
Okay.
Okay, so the question is, are you an introvert or an extrovert? And do you know what they mean, first of all? Do you know
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I know.
Okay, can you tell me a bit what they mean?
Yes, ma'am. Introvert means the person who think in deep, and extrovert means who don't think in deep, who feel relaxed and just fun with friends.
Okay, yes, an extrovert is someone who's very relaxed, outgoing, very sociable, basically always out. An introvert is someone who is, yeah, very much inside, keeps to himself. Okay, and what do you consider yourself to be?
Ma'am, I am both of these. You can say me ambivert.
Mm-hmm. Okay, you're both. So when are you one and when are you the other?
I am both. How I can explain you? I don't know that. How can I explain you? For studies, I think in deep, and just for entertainment, I don't think in deep. I just play with my friends and have a lot of fun.
Okay. So when you were studying and when you were at school, you might be a bit of an introvert. You don't hang around with your friends too much.
Yes,
But then
ma'am.
when you're done from school, you become an extrovert.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so we can say maybe that it's because of the situation that you are an introvert. You probably most of the time you are an extrovert. Am I right? Am I wrong? You tell me. What are you
No,
most?
most. You can say me most of the time I am just introvert.
Most of the time you are an introvert. Okay.
Yes,
So it's only when you're playing with your friends that you come out of your shell, so to speak. You come out of your shell and become an extrovert.
yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Because I'm here
Fair
most of
enough.
the time I spend in my house. So that's why
Uh-huh.
I'm telling myself introvert.
Well, yes, I suppose Corona has made you a bit more of an introvert now? Do you
Yes,
think?
ma'am. Definitely.
Okay, so it has affected you. And do you feel okay, but do you feel happy being an introvert, or would you like to change and become a bit more of an extrovert?
No, ma'am. I'm happy.
You are happy being like that.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I see. Okay. But you find yourself, so how do you feel when you're having fun with your how do you feel when you're having fun with your friends and being an extrovert? How do you feel about
I feel that I'm not an introvert now. I just have to fun with
Mhm.
my friends, and just only this, I feel my self relaxed at that time.
Okay. Um, okay, so it's just you feel relaxed and you're just having fun. You don't think about, oh, maybe I should be like this more often.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. But maybe think about it, because if you have fun and you're so relaxed,
Yes, ma'am.
maybe you should, yeah, maybe you should try and be a bit more of an extrovert if you find yourself having fun and relaxing more.
Yes, ma'am. I
It's just an idea. That's all. All right, okay. Thank you very much, Yuraj. Is your dad here today? Oh,
yes, ma'am.
just saw your message there. Fantastic. Okay, I will ask your dad the same question then. Thank you.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. So My question is, are you more of an introvert or an extrovert?
Introvert, ma'am.
An introvert, just like your son. Are you very similar, both of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now you're 100% introvert, because he was an introvert when he's studying, and most of the time, except when he's with his friends. Are you always an introvert?
Yes, ma'am. All that most of the time I am an introvert, but at some occasions, uh, you can say I am extrovert also at some extent, but most of the time I am an introvert.
Okay.
Since I am a teacher and I want to be very serious about my task, and it gives me pleasure to stay in this position as a serious man. So these are some things that proves about me that I am an introvert.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, I got it.
Yes.
So there are situations where you can be an extrovert, but because of your job, because you need to be serious, you have to be an introvert.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I get that. But in your life, without your job, would you like to be more of an extrovert?
Yes, ma'am. At some extent, I want to be an extrovert also, at some extent.
Okay, do you feel like you're missing out on things?
No, ma'am, not more, but at some extent, I like to be, because
Like to be.
I also like to make some friends. I also like to visit freely without any tension, in a very relaxed mood. But it is very hard for me to do so, because I have already told you that in which profession I belong to, I need to be serious, and I also like to be serious due to my profession, ma'am.
Okay. No, you like it then. What do you feel like? What exactly do you feel like you're missing out on, though?
Exactly, I feel that I should play, I should talk, I should laugh freely, I should entertain myself freely as other persons, but it is very tough for me to do so according to my profession, and I miss it at some extent, ma'am.
Okay, you feel a bit trapped within your own personality. Slightly,
Yes, ma'am.
some situations.
Slightly,
Okay,
ma'am.
okay. And how do you think you can improve on this? How do you think you can become possibly a bit more of an extrovert?
Ma'am, I can improve it uh, to convert my this introvert situation into extrovert by doing some extra activities, and for that I need to be a very good social man. I need to participate in different social activities so that I could make some new friends, and uh, I like to do so. And but due to only due to my profession, as I am telling you, uh, I don't feel comfortable in
Do
doing
it.
such kind of activities, so I don't do, but I like it.
Okay. All right. Okay, I get it. Very good. Thank you so much. I will now move on to Veena.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, Veena. So do you think you are more of an introvert or an extrovert?
I'm an extrovert person.
And do you feel like you should maybe at times be more of an introvert?
I try to be introvert, but it's not possible. I'm so much extrovert. I always come in front to help people. So it's not possible for me to become an introvert.
Hmm.
I have tried many times.
Okay. Why do you think it would help you?
Like being an extrovert, sometime I got cheated by some people. Like
Hmm.
they asked me for some money for their ha- some purpose, like they were having health issues, and I gave them, but they didn't return it to me. So I thought I should be a bit extrovert and not give money, not help people. But
Bit
next time,
introvert, you mean? Introvert.
yeah, introvert. But next time again they came and they asked, I need money, and I again gave them.
Okay. So you are, maybe it's not just being a, well, it is coming from being an extrovert, but I was going to say maybe it's just having a good heart and being helpful.
And like I have seen most of the extrovert people are of good heart.
Yeah, yeah, I can see that.
That's why they
I
get they get cheated. And because introvert people think and do, and extrovert do and then think. The difference
That's
is
true.
that.
That's true. Um, what do you think? How do you think you can do it to become an introvert?
I tried, but I failed. So I left it. I I thought, let it be. God
Hmm.
has given me money. If somebody is taking, it's his decision. I can't stop it. Let them take it. He will give me again.
Okay. But what did you do to try and become an introvert? What methods did you use?
Like one day, one of my best friend called me and told me that I need money. Like my father is very ill. I said, no, I don't have money. I can't give you. The next day, he again called me and told me that his father was hospitalized and he seriously need the money. And I felt so bad. Why didn't I give him earlier? So I sent him the money immediately. And I
Wow,
was guilty also. Like if I could have given him before, his father might not be hospitalized.
I see. So your way of becoming an introvert is immediately helping people.
Yes.
So maybe we need to find new techniques for you to become a bit of an introvert. Maybe just taking some me time, uh, and play PUBG and just be
And
in your little bubble.
and PUBG also. Like people, I have lots of friends. Like
Oh, okay. So you're still an extrovert there.
yeah, like I have 70 to 80 friends, and everyone wants to play with me. So it's difficult to
It's
intro.
difficult. Well, as long as I suppose it's not harming you,
Yeah,
but
it's not
like you
harm.
said, it's not harmful to be an extrovert, but maybe there are some areas where you should be an introvert and just so that you are nice to yourself.
Yeah, being a teacher also, you have to be a bit extrovert.
Yes.
What
Yes,
I
I get
think is,
that.
I think this is my opinion. Like you have to be extrovert, and you should take initiative while talking to your student and knowing the student, what they are thinking and
That's
how they
true.
are learning. So this is helping me also. Being an extrovert is helping me knowing my students.
Yes. No, that is true. You have to because you can't just be closed up. You have to reach
Oh,
out all the
yes.
time. That's true. Well, we're all different, so that's why it's interesting to do this lesson because you wonder if someone is happy the way they are, but if you are happy the way you are, I mean, good for you. That's great if it's working.
I'm
I'm
happy
just here
being
to
an
drop.
extrovert because it
Fantastic.
helped. It had helped me in many ways.
Yes, yes, exactly. No, I understand, and I agree. I just plot little questions just to make you discuss. That is my
Yes.
job here.
Yes. Yes.
Not judging at all. I'll move on to Ronit now. Thank you, Veena.
Thank you, ma'am.
Ronit,
Good evening, ma'am.
good evening. So, are you an introvert or an extrovert?
Ma'am, I am both. The person whom I know, for him or her, I am an extrovert. The
Mhm.
person whom I don't know, for them, I am introvert.
Okay. And which one do you prefer?
Uh, Extrovert?
Being an extrovert. What is it, because you feel more comfortable, or because you situation, because it's with people you know?
Ma'am, I feel it because sometimes I am in comfortable zone, or sometimes I create a comfortable zone to the other person standing or sitting next to me.
Okay, so you feel comfortable and they feel comfortable. You feel that sense of openness and freeness.
Yeah, ma'am, because being an extrovert, we can share our thought, different ideas, and some knowledgeable thing.
Yeah. And do you feel so? So you can you can safely say that it's a social situation that forces you to become an introvert because you are mostly an extrovert.
Yes, ma'am, because the person whom I don't know, I have problem of shyness to the person whom I don't know, so I don't talk until they speak to me.
Okay, so you
So
feel okay. Do you think there are areas in your life when being an introvert can help?
yes, ma'am, there are many.
Can you mention one?
Of course, ma'am. Ma'am, at the time, what happened that I was standing near to my house and some fights were going on, and some children were fighting, and I went there to stop them and spoke to them, but and some of the men come and just said to me, "Then why are you so acting like a
Oh
mean?"
my goodness. Ah,
So I just say them, okay, I thought to help you, but did it be? It's your business, none of mine. So
exactly.
I
Why are you butting in was the question. I
so I thought that being an introvert that time was better, a nice option to me.
Okay. Okay, fantastic. Good run it. Thank you very much. I'll
Thank
move
you,
on to
ma'am.
Prapti now. Thank you.
Good evening, ma'am.
Hi, Prapti. So are you
Hi,
more of
ma'am.
an introvert? Hi. So are you more of an introvert or an extrovert?
Ma'am, it depends. Means I am both. Means ambivert. Basically, I am ambivert. In front of my friends, I'm extrovert, and in front of others, I'm introvert.
And which do you think is best? What do you like being most?
Ma'am, both. Means yeah, in front of teacher, it's good to be an introvert so that they can think that yeah, this child is good or yeah, and in front of friends, we should be extrovert so that we can share all the things or yeah.
Okay. And that's fair enough, but do you feel so you're saying about like being an introvert in front of a teacher.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you think it helps you in front of a teacher?
Well, sometimes it helped me a lot. Means, if I'm always introvert in front of teacher, then the teacher will think that this child is good or yeah. So in exam also, they don't doubt on us if we cheat in exam.
Okay. Um, so it's regarding achieving an exam.
No, not only cheating. It means, for example, I chose this.
Can you repeat this? Because I didn't catch that.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I give just an example.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see. So it was just an example. You don't
Yes,
do it. Oh, I see. Okay, sorry about that. I couldn't quite catch it.
ma'am.
Okay. And so you believe that there are situations to be one, situations to be another.
Yes,
Um,
ma'am.
now, what I was going to ask is, do you prefer one over the other?
Ma'am, can you repeat the question? Means, ma'am, can you repeat the question?
Do you prefer to be an introvert or an extrovert? Which one do you prefer to be mostly?
I would prefer being an extrovert.
An extrovert.
Yes.
Okay. And so you prefer to be more of a if you had to choose, you'd be an extrovert. Um, but what have you done when you change into an introvert? What do you do differently? What do you feel you do differently?
Ma'am, for becoming an extrovert, firstly we have to means from our side we have to talk first with the other people and take part in many new things that we are afraid of and these all things.
Okay, but what do you do differently when you're an introvert? Don't you feel like you're changing yourself, who you are?
Ma'am, for being introvert, uh, for being introvert, we don't usually means it depends on our mood that we will talk to others or not. It's totally depend on our mood.
Good. Mood changes the way we act. Our mood
Yes, ma'am.
changes, so it changes the way we act, whether we're an introvert or an extrovert. That was a very good point. Very interesting there. Okay, good. I'll move on to Aritra now.
Good evening, ma'am. How are you?
Good evening. Hi, Aritra. I'm good, thank you. So, are you more of an introvert or an extrovert?
Well, basically, I'm an introvert, but I can be an extrovert whenever necessary.
Okay, and which do you think has helped you most in life?
Well, it depends. In some cases, you see, you have to be an extrovert. For example, I am an introvert, but I don't feel shy talking to people. Whenever I feel like I have to talk with this person, then I go ahead and talk. I don't feel shy.
Okay. So okay, how did you learn to change? Like, how did you change your way?
How did I change my way?
Yeah.
Well, it's all about breaking out of your comfort zone. You see, because if you are a huge introvert, then sometimes you may feel afraid to talk with a particular person. You may lack confidence, but you have to break out of that comfort zone. So that is the fact.
Okay. But my question is like, what do you do to yourself how do you get yourself to be an extrovert if you're mostly an introvert? What do you tell yourself? How do you motivate
I
yourself
don't
in a
need to
way?
motivate myself. I know that if I have to talk with this person, then I would talk. I don't feel underconfidence because you see, introversion and shyness are both different things. Introversion means a person only talks to someone whenever he feels like. Introversion means a person only talks to a particular person whenever he feels like. And shyness means that a person wants to talk to another person, but he is lacking confidence. So I am not shy, but I am an introvert.
Very good. Okay. So you choose to be an introvert because you just don't feel like it is a choice.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And if you were to choose between one or the other, which would you prefer?
Well, extrovert, I would choose.
Okay. And can you mention when in your life being an introvert has helped you?
Introversion, not only in my life, it can help a lot of people because you see, introvert people can think more creatively because introvert people need more alone time. And whenever you can think alone, you can think more freedom. You can think more out of freedom, you can think more creatively. So that will help you a lot.
Okay. Good. Thank you very much. I'll now move on to Aphirup.
Hello.
Hi, Aphirup.
Hi, ma'am. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. So do you consider yourself to be more of an introvert or an extrovert?
Ma'am, I'm an extrovert person. Yeah, like I love to socialize. I love to interact with new peoples.
Okay. And so you consider yourself to be an extrovert. And have you ever found yourself being an introvert?
Yeah, sometimes like while during exams, I turn into an introvert. I keep myself locked in room and study like almost
Okay.
5 to 6 hours continuously. So like at that time, like I feel like I'm an introvert. I don't talk to anyone.
Okay. And it's like Aretha said, it's a choice. I don't feel like, I won't do it.
Yeah, yeah,
But do you
exactly.
think it helps you?
Sorry, can you repeat?
Do you think it helps you
Being an introvert.
to become an introvert? Yeah.
Yeah, it helps to us to focus on our goals. Like we never get distracted. Like
Okay,
we
so
keep focus on our work.
it
Yeah,
comes in handy. And which one do you like being most? Do you like being an introvert or
yeah,
an extrovert?
yeah. I'm a party person, so I like being an extrovert.
Okay. And if I were to tell you, um, if you're stuck to be one for the rest of your life, would you choose
Okay,
being an extrovert?
uh, I will go with extrovert. Like, how can I will survive if like I don't interact with new peoples? Like, human beings are social animals, right? So
Definitely an
we need
extrovert.
to interact.
Okay, good. And in terms of, deciding, how you just decide, or do you do like a mental process, or maybe I don't know, yoga or anything like that to
Wha-
help you to?
Whatever the situation demands, I turn accordingly. If I have to interact with a lot of people, I'm an extrovert. If I'm alone, I'm an introvert. And that just depends on the situation, depends on the like what moment I'm living at that time.
You just do a spur of the moment decision and
Yeah,
say, well, I just need to be an introvert, or well, I just need to be an extrovert, and you can switch it on or off either way.
basically, I never pay attention on this whether I am right now an introvert or an extrovert.
It just happens.
Yeah,
Okay, and in terms of people, who do you like to hang out with most?
obviously extrovert. They're the best people. Introvert people's like they are like underconfident and never talk, they never speak their heart out. So like I feel like I get bored with them sometimes.
Okay, but do you think, because Aritra mentioned an important thing. He said, uh, shyness is about confidence. Introvert is a choice. Um, do you think, Aphirup, do you think people who are introverts lack confidence?
Yeah, like in my personal opinion, I've seen a lot of introverts. Like actually, they were underconfident. Yeah, if they are afraid to interact, it means they are somewhere they have some fear of talking to someone new. Like this shows that they are not confident enough to interact with new people. So it shows that they are underconfident.
Okay, so you think it has to do with confidence. Aritra does not think it has to do with confidence, but thinks shyness is to do with confidence. Okay, so this will kick off an interesting conversation between you two. Um, it was lovely uncovering that, and I will now leave it to Vishal to be a referee between you. Um, thank you guys for today, and I hope it was helpful. And I will see you all tomorrow.